It's Thursday, May the 12th, King of the Mountain State Show, presented by the Dutch Miller Auto Group. I'm Chase Hill, and today I'm here with Justin Milam out of Parkersburg, West Virginia, trains at the Doghouse Gym. Justin, man, thanks for being here.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Hey, so the fans have seen you maybe not in the tournament setting, but they've seen you on our cards be very successful last year. Your first matchup was with Brett Summers, a great fighter out of the Bluefield area. You were able to take care of him. And then, of course, we had Andrew Toppin, and you were able to put him away. So two great fighters that you matched up with some standalone bouts for us and did really well. You've ran your amateur record up to 12-4, which is fantastic. We feel like you're at the top of your weight class in the state, man. We're glad to have you. Tell me a little bit about what it was like fighting last year on those couple events for us at the King of the Mountain State.
It was challenging against Brett Summers. He had reach on me and he hit like a truck. So I had to really dig deep and prove to myself that I wanted it.
And I think in that fight, he probably got the first round on you, but then after that, you kind of took control and imposed your will, and kind of the same thing, maybe not giving up the first round to Toppin, but as the fights go on, you seem to get better.
Yeah. I slowly progressed every fight. My last fight, I looked really, really good. I used a jab. I was establishing my movement, cutting angles. I was doing whatever I could do to win.
Well, and you do throw your punches like a boxer. We see a lot of guys come out of semi-pro different stuff where they're not throwing those angles and those uppercuts and different stuff. You look really good, man. So basically a spot opened up through some attrition of injuries and dropouts and stuff. And we had you at the top of our list going into this year, but you couldn't get into the tournament because you had a commitment there in Parkersburg on Mike's show, which we totally understood. But when that spot came available, there was nobody I was going to ask first until I asked you. I feel like you belong in the Final Four, and I think you feel the same way too.
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't want anybody to think that I was dropping out or backing out because I'm not about that. If I can fight, I'm fighting. I wanted it to be a local one, so my papa and my mom and dad could come watch. They're my heroes.
Well, and it worked out good because you got to fight there local for Mike in Parkersburg. And now because the spot's here, now here you are, and you do belong in it. Those victories last year, we saw what you and Brett did and Top and a couple of guys. And that was why we created this weight class this year. Was you guys really put on a good show last year. And I thought you deserved to have your own weight class in the tournament. And it's really shaping up really well.
Absolutely. I think some of us smaller guys, even up to 150 and 155, we throw a lot of high volume punches and we're fast, and it's hard to score on those.
Yeah, it's exciting. Now tell me a little bit about your coach, Kenny Watkins. He's good, man. I see him working with a bunch of different people and stuff, but he's right there with you. He's your main coach, right?
Oh yeah. He's my guy. I just train with Mike because Mike has some of the best knowledge in the world. But Kenny's my main guy. He lives real close to me, so he spectates my jogging, shadow boxing, how many rounds I'm doing, my intervals. He makes sure I'm at the top of my game.
Well, and I tell guys all the time, like if they don't have a coach, they're in a big disadvantage. Or if they have a part-time coach, it's a big disadvantage for the fighter. And what a cheat code it is when you got somebody like Kenny. You got him all the time. I mean, you guys, you don't live in the gym, but you almost live in the gym, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we're there every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and if I'm not working, I'm in there on Thursdays also.
Yeah, and he's a nice guy. He always has you guys ready. And not just having him, but Mike Shepard as well. Like Mike's traveled the globe as a world kickboxing champion, all that kind of stuff. Awesome guys to have there. Tell me about sparring partners. You got some pretty good sparring partners in there too, huh?
Yeah. I actually have a lot of professional fighters that are sparring partners. I have Sean Miller, Donnie's boy. I have George Brown, who's a professional boxer. He's 1-0 now. And then I spar with Trevor Bell and a couple of my other buddies, Connor Davis. He's a real good fighter.
Yeah, it's funny. I'm getting to the point in my career as a promoter where I watched Donnie fight, and Donnie kind of, go through his career. Now I'm watching his son do it. So it's see this next generation to come up through.
Yeah.
But no, man, you were super successful last year with us. You got a big record. We thought you belonged in this, and you do. And it just happens to be that spot was with Andrew Toppin, and Andrew Toppin and you fought last year. He created a little bit of a scenario where it was almost kind of personal, and you won the fight. It wasn't a judge's decision. It was stopped with him on the mat. So there was no question about who won that fight. He feels like he beat himself. He left something on the table, and he gets a chance to fix it. And you get a chance to prove that that wasn't no fluke, that you belong. And so you're one win away from the finals. Tell me what's going through your head as you mentally get yourself ready to fight a guy that you know very well.
I know he's tough, and he has a very hard right hand. He busted my lip open last fight, and it was hard to want to keep going because he has heavy hands. But that's one thing I am. I'm very tough, and I'll keep pushing through all the way to the end if I have to. I won't stop until my body completely drops.
Yeah, and you showed that toughness the last time you fought him. He did land some big punches early, and you battled, kind of weathered the storm, and then went to work and showed your boxing. It was great. We'll see what happens this time. I know talking with him, he feels like he's coming in a better position weight wise and different stuff. So we'll see. But if you win or he wins, you're one fight away from the finals. And one of your buddies over there on the other side, Trevor Bell, also trains out of the Doghouse Gym in Parkersburg. If he's victorious against Braden Johnson, we could be looking at an all Doghouse Gym final. What a sight that would be, huh?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, it'd be great for Kenny and Mike to say, "Hey, man, we're not in the finals. We are the finals."
Right.
Just shows a lot of the work and stuff you guys have put in there. Give me some shout outs and stuff. We're just over a month away. Who's helping you get ready for this thing?
Kenny Watkins, my main coach, Mike Shepard, all my sparring partners, Trevor Bell, George Brown, Sean Miller. I also want to shout out to some guys I'd like to train with, but I haven't got the opportunity to at VO2, Teddy Evans and Jacob Stanton, and also another shout out to Matt Adams. I hope his recovery is very quick and successful.
Yeah, he's tough. I told him, I said, the only thing was holding you back was that appendix. Now that we got rid of that, we're ready to roll.
Yeah.
Man, and this fight game is important to you. It's not a hobby. It's not something you do every now and then. You're living this thing. You go fight as a pro someday.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the goal.
Well, and that's why I'm glad you're in the tournament. It's an opportunity to fight other great fighters as an amateur before turning pro, to really get some experience, the 2-minute round, stuff like that. We're lucky to have you, man. I say that a lot, but we really are. The timing of where you were in the Parkersburg event and that spot opened up, it absolutely worked out best for all of us. Couldn't have happened any better. Just over a month on June 18th in Charleston, West Virginia at the Charleston Coliseum Convention Center. You're going to put a show on with Andrew Toppin as part of the Final Four of the 2022 King of the Mountain State Lightweight Division. Victory there puts you in the championship. Tickets are on sale now at fightertix.com/king. All the links all over our page, live stream at combatsportsnow.com. Buddy, you've gotten yourself to this point with hard work, and I think it takes a little bit more, and you're right there. I'm proud of you. Thanks for being on here, and we're going to check back in with you as we get a little bit closer to the event.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
All right, Justin, look forward to seeing you put on the show, buddy.
Yes, sir. Have a good one.